years. Who would have thought in January of 2020, when we were last here, the world would have shut down 2 months later? And while hosting a conference over Zoom isn't ideal, and we had our share of hiccups, you were all so supportive, and we couldn't be more grateful. So this year, we celebrate. We celebrate being back together. We celebrate the history of this institute and the future that lies ahead. We've added a few different elements to this year's institute to acknowledge and share with you our history. First of all, you'll notice on your name badges a ribbon with the date on it. That date indicates the decade that you first attended this program. And in fact, we have 2 individuals that first joined us in the 70s, the decade this program started. We've also created some video interviews with some of the folks that have been instrumental to the history of this program, along with others that we hope will be instrumental to our future. We'll be playing those videos during the breaks throughout the next few days. We also have a timeline in our registration room for all of you securities geeks. We have a wall that recognizes those of you that have come to the Institute 10 plus years, and we'll have a poster in the registration room that we're going to ask all of you to sign so that we can frame it and have it for historical purposes at the law school. And instead of a formal dinner, we opted to take advantage of our location and have a more casual reception out in Windsor Lawn, close to the beach, tomorrow evening. We'll have live music, photo opportunities, food and drink, and some special surprises. So we hope you'll all join us tomorrow evening. Northwestern is proud of the history of bringing educational opportunities to the corporate and securities bar, and I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the passing of my dear friend and colleague, David Reuter. David first introduced Northwestern to this program when the University of San Diego School of Law, who started the program, decided it was no longer a fit for them. David raised his hand and brought it to Northwestern over 40 years ago. We have honored David by naming our luncheon address on Tuesday after him, which will be delivered by Judge Seitz, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Delaware. 50 years is a long time for a program of this nature to exist, and it's always been our mission to provide current and thoughtful analysis of legal updates and developments, and we've only been able to do that by engaging with all of you. We have an amazing group of speakers willing to share their expertise from the practice, from government, and the judiciary, all who are at the top of their game. We have a planning committee that is committed to our mission and shares their knowledge and shares their expertise. We have leadership in a chair and vice chair that values our history but also recognizes our need to be constantly evolving and improving. And then all of you. There are so many of you that join us year after year and have stuck with us through snowstorms, government shutdowns, hotel hiccups, and many more. We do our best to provide a great program and a great overall experience, and you've repaid us with your loyalty and your support, so we're grateful. In line with the focus on our future, I hope that all of you, if you haven't already, will take the time to meet Shilpa Gokhale. You will see Shilpa running around this institute the next few days, and she has been critical to organizing this year's event and will be leading this institute into the future. She's clearly an asset to my team, and she will be an asset to all of you. So let me keep this moving and introduce and thank our Institute Chair, Tom Kim. This is the final year of Tom's term as chair of our institute, and I'm pleased that we're finally back in person so that we can do that. Behind the scenes, Tom has worked tirelessly for the past 6 years, 3 years as our vice chair and 3 years as our chair. It's no easy task corralling lawyers in the best of time, but Tom has had to do it virtually for the past 2 years. We're thrilled that in this final years we can all be together and thank him in person. Leading this institute is a year-round endeavor, and Tom has given much this time to this program. We're grateful for his agility, his dedication, and his leadership. Tom is a partner with Gibson Dunn in Washington, D.C., where he advises public companies and their boards on a broad range of SEC disclosure and regulatory matters. He served the SEC for 6 years as chief counsel and associate director of the Division of Corporation Finance, and 1 year as counsel to the chairman. I can tell you it's been a pleasure working with Tom over the years. He is thoughtful, he is kind, and he is inclusive. And he's been a wonderful friend to this institute and to me personally. I know all of you will see the benefits of his dedication and work in the terrific program that lies ahead. Please welcome Tom Kim.
Thank you for the kind introduction, Julianne. I'm grateful to you and your team for everything that you've done to put us back at the Hotel Del Coronado after 3 years away, and I want to thank you for your help in putting this program together. I'm so excited to welcome all of you to the 50th Annual Securities Regulation Institute. We have a wonderful and thoughtful agenda and fantastic speakers to help guide us through the recent developments in corporate and securities law. I can't imagine a more dynamic environment than the one that we're living in right now, and I think we've put a lot of thought and effort into putting together an agenda that will, I think, speak to all of you and hopefully will give you a lot of insights into what leading practitioners of securities law and corporate law are thinking about right now. I really want to thank all of you for joining us today. The Institute really is all of you. It's a real community, and it convenes every year in January at this time, at this place. And I'm so grateful that we're able to do this in person once again. I also want to take a moment to give special thanks to my Vice Chair, Dixie Johnson. Dixie, I don't know where you are, but it's been wonderful working with you on this program the past few years, and we've managed to get through the pandemic, and now we're back at the Hotel Del Coronado. I just want to thank you for your support and help throughout this period. And finally, I want to thank the affiliate firms and sponsors who support this program. We have this year 34 affiliate firms and 10 sponsors, and we appreciate all of you. So let's get started with our program today. I'm so thankful to be able to kick this off with our first session, which is the Alan B. Levinson keynote address, and I'm pleased to introduce Commissioner Caroline Crenshaw, a commissioner at the SEC, to deliver this address. The Alan B. Levinson keynote address recognizes Mr. Levinson's leadership as one of the founders of this institute, which happened while he was the director of the Division of Corporation Finance at the SEC. Mr. Levinson was an enthusiastic supporter of continuing legal education and felt strongly that the private bar was essential to the effective operations of the SEC, and I think that's a view that all of us share today. We are so honored to have Commissioner Crenshaw join us today for the keynote address. She was unanimously confirmed by the U.S. Senate and sworn into office as commissioner on August 17, 2020. In addition to serving as a career SEC staff attorney in the Division of Examinations and the Division of Investment Management, Commissioner Crenshaw served as counsel to Commissioners Kara Stein and Robert Jackson. She currently serves as a captain in the United States Army Reserve, Judge Advocate General's Corps. So, Commissioner Crenshaw, thank you so much for traveling all this way from D.C. to join us today. We're thrilled to have you participate, and we look forward to your address.